Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Infinity Wars Issue 1. This is from 2018, Marvel Comics, written by Jerry Dugan, art by Mike Deodato Jr., color artist was Frank Martin, letterer was VC's Corey Pettit, and this was assistant editor Annalisa Bissa, editor Jordan D. White. Now this was a very thick book for $6. Paper quality is slightly improved, definitely better cover quality. And we open up with Peter Quill and Gamora arguing. They smooch for an entire page for some reason. Now the art style is very weird because the panels are split up. Like they take one big panoramic scene and chop it up into 5 or 6 panels sometimes. It's very odd. And there are characters in here I have no idea why they're in here. So I was confused why Iron Lad was in this. But anyway, Doctor Strange has called a meeting of everybody that's got an Infinity Stone. I don't know why they're not gems anymore, but who cares? And Turk, the guy arms dealer from the Daredevil TV show, he's in this. He's got the Yellowstone. We see everybody kind of congregating in Central Park at Belvedere Castle. Not Mr. Belvedere from the 80s TV show, although that would have been awesome if he had an Infinity Stone. Everything would be so much cleaner. So Captain Marvel's there, and she actually has shoulder-length hair again, which was awesome. Then Bullseye laughs at the talking raccoon and tree, and there's a whole lot of talking. Black Widow takes a shot, pretty unexciting. Adam Warlock's there and he sort of stands around. They decide to check on Thanos and they find his headless body, which apparently happened some other book, which I don't care about, honestly. There were so many prequel books to this, it would probably cost you about $100 to get them all. And quite honestly, if this is any standard as to what we can expect in the prequels, because I only read one, I have no interest in picking them up. So Loki is on a boat with some lady that he met at a library or something, and he's off to see some 3 ladies or witches at a place called the Quarry of Creation, and he meets a Loki from another universe that has all the stones and a Mjolnir. Loki's scheming to get his stones, but they won't work in his universe. And then they see this monster thing fighting that guy's version of the Avengers, and it's winning. It's silly. It's really, really silly. And then of course a little bit of a scuffle breaks out with the Avengers and the bad guys, and they end up in a bit of a brawl until Requiem shows up and throws Thanos' head, and she's got one of those big anime swords from like Final Fantasy or something. And then it gets even sillier. She hits Drax through a building, cuts off one of Groot's arms, and then we find out who it is and we're like, oh no, it's so obvious. We couldn't possibly have guessed that from the beginning of the book. And then one of the heroes gets killed. This book was stupid and it was super boring. I haven't been this bored in 1 week. Not only was The New World insanely boring, spoiler alert, so was this. And I read them back to back. I was like, okay, Infinity War can't be as bad as that one. Oh yeah, it can. Yeah, it can. The art overall was pretty good. There were a few times proportions were a little off, and it looked like he was trying out a slightly different style. Overall, I thought the art was pretty decent. I didn't understand the weird panel breakup for one scene. I thought that was dumb, because they sometimes didn't make a lot of sense. Actually, most of the time they don't really make a lot of sense. But the story was stupid. This is just a shameless plot to get more money out of you. Another lazy cash grab. I don't know what they're thinking doing this massive crossover. I don't understand it. It wasn't fun. It wasn't particularly interesting. It was really boring and predictable. I was not surprised by anything that happened in the book, and I guessed who Requiem was well before the first half of the book, just because there were only so many people it could be. I just thought this was kind of lazily written and uninspired. I don't think it was intentionally that way. I think they just didn't know what else to do, and they're like, all right, we need this big crossover event because we had an Infinity Gauntlet movie come out 5 months ago, and we need this to, for some reason, show up super late to draw in some more revenue for our company that's failing. It's just a shameless cash grab. There's no other way to dress it up. Is it worth the money? No. If you like the art, it would be worth picking up out of the dollar bin, or I'd even pay $2 or $3, but $6 is a waste of money. Don't bother. I didn't care for it. Like I said, for the reasons I've already stated. It's just a big slap in the face if you're a longtime fan. Don't expect a quality story. It'll just lead you to financial ruin and tears. That's all this is. This is just more garbage pumped out by Marvel. But the art was pretty decent, so not a total waste, I guess. I'm gonna give my copy to someone else because I don't want it anywhere near me to remind me that I spent $6 on this travesty of paper products. But that's just my take on it. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing so you don't miss future reviews, and we hope to see you on the next one.